Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek, the #1 rated ticket app with over 28 million downloads. Oops, I dropped the soap. It's me, Bussy Tisdale, and welcome back to Hot or Hot. Today we're going to be reviewing the freshly announced cast of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 8. And yes, Sasha Coley was just crowned, but did you really think they'd let us go an entire week without a new season of Drag Race announced? Not today, Satan. Not only do we have the cast announcement, but entrance looks, promos, and interviews to cover. Oh my. So without further ado, lights, camera, action. Let's get started. First up, behind the gap, it's Heidi in Closet, who's returning to All-Stars off the back of a blessed and highly favored run on Season 12, where she not only won Miss Congeniality, but also our hearts. And sure, back on Season 12, she may have not been the most polished contestant. She admits that, and Nicki Minaj infamously called her out for it. I hate your hair and makeup today. That still traumatizes me. Seriously, like I think about that once a week. But let's not forget, she did win the product marketing challenge on her season, one of the more difficult challenges, I'd say, in the Drag Race catalog, and proved every time she was in the bottom lip syncing that she's an incredible performer. So I think she's absolutely one to watch on this season. She walks in the workroom saying, "Hey y'all, what's gappening?" Which I think is a great play into her brand of embracing her famous teeth gap. Teeth gap, teeth gap, teeth gap, teeth gap. Whoa. Teeth? That is hard to say. Teeth gap purse included. Honestly, my first thought when I saw Heidi walk in the workroom was, wow, her body looks incredible. The silhouette of this outfit is right. And I love that ferociously feminine, Mugler-esque businesswoman silhouette she's giving in this multi-piece suit. Girl, she means business. This look is hot. And her promo look continues Heidi's theme of polished aesthetic with this almost MJ Fedora meets Carmen Sandiego inspired look. She's presenting to the world a whole new closet. Insert laugh track here. Literally and figuratively. And I love the way that, yes, those shoulders do match those hips with the giant blown out proportions on top and bottom. And I love like the beautiful detail of the silky lining inside of this coat slash glamorous dress. This look is absolutely hot. Next up, Kasha Davis. Mrs. Kasha Davis if you're nasty. And she lets us know there's always time for a mocktail. Cause she's what? 7 years sober. And that I think is really brave of her to openly talk about on TV, considering the industry of drag being mostly centered around bars and clubs and partying and all that jazz. Plus, I'm sure it's a topic that's not necessarily easy for her to talk about in a setting such as this, considering the one thing most people know her for, if they know her for anything, is her catchphrase, "There's always time for a cocktail." So all that is to say, congratulations to her on her journey, sharing her story, and being a new person who, as she says, knows where she's at this time. And she hails from Season 7 of Drag Race, where she finished 11th and didn't win any challenges, but I think that that is not necessarily a bad thing, considering Season 7 was so long ago. She essentially has a clean slate to present herself on and wow us with the talents that she wasn't able to show before. And for her entrance look, she is literally a tube of lipstick, and she's also carrying the tube of lipstick. She here is presenting a very carefully curated 50s aesthetic, but all dragged out. And what she's wearing is not necessarily what I would call fashion forward per se, but I think very obviously presents herself and who she is in drag. And I say this look is absolutely hot. And for her Fame Game promo, she's giving us a little bit of 80s, I think kind of giving me a Madonna goes to prom at the drag pageant, but all wrapped up in glamorous red carpet camp. I love that giant purple scarf that she's got dangling from her arms, and the very branded, as we're seeing, giant girl, like how many wigs are in their hair that she has now done for her entrance and promo of All-Stars 8. It was camp. This look is hot. Next up, the beauty is here. It's Naysha Lopez. So Miss Naysha Lopez comes all the way back from Season 8 of RuPaul's Drag Race, where she reminds us that she was eliminated not once, but twice. A title very few queens can claim from the franchise. And Miss Naysha's a really interesting personality from the franchise because it's not like on her original run she wasn't polished. I just think maybe she wasn't necessarily ready for what Drag Race is as a competition. Because in fact, she actually was a veteran of the drag scene, having won Miss Continental back in 2013. The very same Miss Continental that Sasha Nicole D won the year prior. Like, this is somebody who knows the industry inside and out, knows every single queen's tea, and since her time on Drag Race has been hosting the Roscoe's viewing parties in Chicago, which I reference from time to time in my How to Rot videos when I'm covering main seasons of Drag Race, and you can catch on the Roscoe's YouTube channel that I've linked in the description of this video. But if you go in person, don't film it, or she will have you removed from the venue.
There's absolutely no filming whatsoever, so if you see your phones, you'll be escorted out.
And for her entrance look, she's giving us a little taste of orange is the new black. She's all up in glamorous prisoner garb, and instead of the name of an imprisonment institution, she has the RPDR initials on her chest, which I think is really interesting commentary that could go one of two ways. Like, I think she either here is saying that she as a queen is imprisoned or chained to the RuPaul's Drag Race industrial complex and can only find success through reappearing on the show, or she perhaps is maybe doing commentary on drag becoming a crime in conservative circles, or maybe both. Why not both? And for this look, overall, I would say the silhouette is nice, and I love what she's done with the crop top portion and those giant pants, but something about this feels a little unfinished to me, and the black buttons on this stark neon orange outfit do feel a little disparate and not cohesive. And so that is to say, I like the general idea of what she's presenting here, but overall, I'm gonna give this look a before her promo look. She's dripping wet for our pleasure. And this look is a complete 180 from the entrance look. She is giving me perfect pageant perfection, and I would say that the whole wet hair thing is a little overplayed, but I think she really found a way to bring it back and make it work here in a new, interesting way. She's kind of giving me 20s finger waves mixed with like a 90s grunge aesthetic with her hair and makeup that I think is really model-esque and beautiful. Plus the gown itself is absolutely gorgeous. That blood red color is, chef's kiss. It is absolutely hot. And next up, our little baby drag queen, as she refers to herself when talking about her time on season 11, is all grown up. It's Kahana Montrese. I loved how in her Meet the Queens, she was not afraid to tell us that she has not only put in the work to become a better queen, but gotten the work done. She says she's got enhancements on her nose, teeth, and backside. Oh my. But on a real note, I actually really love when people are open and honest about their cosmetic enhancements, because I think it helps people, especially our younger audience of shows like Drag Race, understand what's real and what is close to real. Her entrance look is beautiful and literally an entire show all on its own. She's giving us Las Vegas showgirl meets Cirque du Soleil, Barnum and Bailey ringleader realness, and this is actually one of the most exciting and interesting looks of the entire cast as far as entrances go. And for someone like Kahana, who originally finished as a lovely 15th alternate on her season, having a big wow factor entrance look is super important, because this is her reintroduction to the world and actually new introduction to tons of new potential fans in this new era of Drag Race that we're in. She's in her circus era. This look is hot. And in the promo, woo, girl, she is almost too hot to handle for YouTube. But wow, absolutely amazing. She is, again, with this kind of circus performer thing, giving us a larger than life silhouette and body oddy for days, days, days. And overall, I love this kind of rebrand that she's doing into this showgirl fantasy. And I love that this look for me is evoking a Kasha from Queen of the Damned with all those dangling crystals everywhere. It's absolutely fierce, and girl, I'm ready to take a bite. This look is hot. Like, if there's one thing I'm getting from Kahana's looks, it's that she's gonna give us a good time. And speaking of a good time, anyone else excited for the Renaissance World Tour? I was actually just looking for some great ticket deals on Beyonce's tour on my favorite ticketing app and today's video sponsor, SeatGeek. Check it out, SeatGeek has over 1,800 tickets listed for the stadium she's playing in Houston this September. Let's say I'm looking for the best deal on 2 tickets in the best possible seats, 2 taps, and voila. Section 126, row P. I know they're a good deal because SeatGeek rates each ticket on a deal rating scale from 1 to 10. These are a 9.4 with a bright green dot, an amazing deal. I love tickets. I also love SeatGeek because I can browse ticket prices including fees, which means no nasty surprises at the checkout page, unlike other ticketing apps. I know whether I'm looking for the best deals on budget-friendly tickets or the best seats in the stadium, SeatGeek's got me covered with their buyer guarantee. Plus, SeatGeek is the only ticketing site that lets you return your tickets ahead of the event with swaps. And best of all, SeatGeek's partnered with me to save you even more money. Just click the link in the description of my video to download the SeatGeek app right now and get $20 off your first tickets purchase with promo code BussyQueen. That's right, use promo code BussyQueen for $20 off tickets at SeatGeek. Thanks SeatGeek for sponsoring today's video. And next up, if you don't have star quality, Kandy Muse is gonna let you know in a spicy untucked moment. So as you probably know, Kandy Muse is a very outspoken queen, which I do think polarized her to an extent in the fan base, but I am begging y'all, if she rubbed you the wrong way on season 13, give her another chance. She's so talented, has amazing runways, beautiful makeup, perfect hair all the time, and is somebody who I think is very underrated in the Drag Race fandom. Plus, in this era where people are always trying to watch what they say, having somebody on TV who's not afraid to speak their minds and give us good TV moments, girl, that should be valued. So thank you, Kandy, for doing that. Plus, like I said, she's a fierce competitor. She finished as runner-up in season 13 and proved she's funny in the comedy challenge that she won. She died. Plus showed us she's a great lip syncer in the 3 different times that she lip synced on her way to the finale. And like I said, look at her entrance look. She's giving us an orange fantasy. Trend alert, there's a lot of orange looks today. She looks absolutely gorgeous in this color, and I love how it's complemented with that pink on the underside of the lining of that peplum collar. Plus Kandy Muse never goes wrong in a beehive. I love this look, and it's absolutely hot. And for her promo, she says that she'll do Drag Race promos 50 more times if she can because she loves doing Drag Race promos. And she does them correct. She's in a gorgeous, perfectly proportioned, wild silhouette lavender look that is really breathtaking, I think, to look at. She's got these little lavender feathers coming off all the different parts of the dress, and I think this is probably from the same designer that worked on one of her finale runways that had this similar feather concept in the yellow and black. And even on the rare occasion where a look from her might not hit in the way she intended, like that green alien runway, she still gives us something to talk about. But this promo look is absolutely sugar plum perfection. And next, let's take a dip into the cool, refreshing waters of Darienne Lake. And this is a queen who I was so excited to see announced in the cast of All Stars 8, because when I think back to her time on season 6, I think of somebody who was comedic, congenial, and a fierce lip syncer. Like back on season 6, she won the acting challenge in Drag Race Me to Hell, and even finished 4th on her season after sending home Bain de la Creme, as controversial as that was. But wow, the nostalgia and excitement that I have for Darienne Lake, I can't wait. And her entrance is, in a word, stunning. She looks so beautiful. The hair and mug is absolutely right. Like, girl, you want an All Stars glow up? Miss Darienne Lake is giving it to us. The face card? It's not declining. The dress she's wearing though in her entrance, I'll say, is a little simple compared to, I think, what maybe we as Drag Race fans have selfishly grown to expect from the queens. Like back in the earlier seasons, entrance looks weren't the big hoopla that they are nowadays. And so using current Drag Race entrance look standards to Darienne's look here, I think isn't totally fair considering the season that she comes from, but something more elevated and conceptual is, after all, I think what we as fans do expect nonetheless. And this simple gown, as pretty as it is I think deserving of a soft rat. Her promo look though has the Bussy Queen Lake fully flooding. She's giving me a touch of Marilyn, a touch of classic Hollywood beauty, and I love that beautiful tulle sash that she's got adorned with flowers in 2 different places. The hair perfectly coiffed, and again, the mug absolutely right. This is the level of All-Stars eleganza that we didn't deserve, but absolutely needed to see from Darienne Lake. And girl, the gown with the built-in gloves, she's ready for any occasion. This look is hot. And next up, Monica Beverly Hillz, who originally finished 12th in season 5 of RuPaul's Drag Race. We really brought the OG queens back for this season, and I'm excited. And Miss Monica, in her Meet the Queens interview, was talking about how she really wasn't ready to compete on season 5 and relives the really emotional breakdown that she has on stage with everybody in this interview. This was when, you'll remember, she comes out to Ru and the rest of the judges and her peers as not just a drag queen, but a trans woman. And wow, what a reminder this was at how far Drag Race and the show's relationship with trans contestants has come. Like back in Monica Beverly Hillz' time on Drag Race, this coming out moment for her was a big deal that really did pave the way for a lot of future trans contestants to be on the show. And MBH as a contestant here, I think is a really interesting cast pick because from what I understand, she did take a step back from actually doing drag for many years, but has more recently stepped back into the art. And I think we can, at least based off her entrance and promo, say that she's gonna be serving some looks. In her entrance look, she's dressed as a Girl Scout, which I hate because I just realized how hungry I am and I'm craving Thin Mints now. But also I love because she looks like an absolute doll. This is a super cute and dragged up fantasy of what a Girl Scout could be. And I love that super draggy cape that she's got on with that beautiful lining. She's paying attention to the details and the fashion moments and giving us drag camp, literally, and supermodel beauty. This look is hot.
And for her promo look, she definitely brought the party. She's giving us a little disco ball bodice underneath a gorgeous, kind of evoking red carpet, velvet shrug and dress skirt. And I'm imagining that part of this is a tearaway reveal that would make the costume really great for performing in, because that disco ball that she's literally wearing would look so great on a stage. This look is beautiful, severe, and I love how it's showing off so much body, yada yada. She's got legs for days, and this look is hot.
Next up, wig styler for the stars. It's Jaymes Mansfield. Did I do it right? Miss Jaymes Mansfield, you'll remember, originally competed on season 9 of Drag Race, where she went home first. And Jaymes to me has always been such an interesting queen because she's somebody who I think has always known exactly who she is, but didn't necessarily have that TV polish back in the day. The polish is absolutely a quality I would say that she carries with her now. And I've been watching her growth and journey on YouTube over the past couple of years, and it's been fun to watch her grow, not only I think personally, but as an entertainer, and really figure out who she is and how to present that to the world. And her entrance look, I was really excited to see because, oh my god, she looks polished head to toe. The wig, the hair, the gown, this gorgeous, gorgeous gown, everything is perfect. And I also love that this look is a very clear callback to the original workroom entrance look she presented to us all. And I also love that this look is 100% branded in that extremely hyper feminine, girly, old Hollywood glamour meets 80s aesthetic that she has branded and really made her own. Like, this is very much giving me Marilyn meets Barbie and the West Hills of Hollywood, sipping a cocktail by the pool and watching the pool boys do their job. This look is hot. And her promo look, wow. This is a lot. This is a lot. Like, she's the overly ornate doll in your grandma's doll collection meets the bedazzled doilies that she has laying around the house, but as a drag queen. Like, Jaymes really has her finger on this idea of like hyper feminine, grotesque camp, and I kind of like it. My only critique here is I think the cut of the dress should have just been extended into a small train, or at least touching the floor a little bit, especially with such a short heel on the look, but those are small complaints, and I'm gonna give this look a hot. And next up, Alexis Michelle.
Who is Alexis Michelle?
But how do I even begin to explain Alexis Michelle? Alexis Michelle is flawless. She competed on and produced season 9 of RuPaul's Drag Race. I heard she does Subway commercials in New York City. If you see something, say something. I heard her Liza Minnelli Snatch Game performance is insured for $10,000. One time, Kris Jenner told her impersonation of her in Kardashian the Rusical was dope. One time, she punched me in the face. It was awesome. But on a real note, Alexis Michelle did finish 5th in season 9 of RuPaul's Drag Race, and that's not to be laughed at. Not to mention, I think she kind of invented the self-sabotagingly perfect Jan casting archetype. She walked so Jan could crack. Say crack again. And for her entrance look, she's giving us orange hair is the new black. And this look for Alexis is, I think, a really interesting direction for her fashion. And I would say, generally speaking, I remember her as more of a personality on the season and less of a fashion queen, but this is a great step in the right direction for her. She's giving me like motocross woman meets Jessica Rabbit in this, and I really love what she's done here. She looks absolutely beautiful, and I think this look is hot. And for her promo look, she's looking pretty and soft pink. She's showing off a little leg with a giant slit on the side. The length of the gown is a perfect shape. Her hair is right. The makeup is right. And I love how simple and understated yet elegant this look is. It's absolutely hot. And next up, it's Jessica Wilde. Y'all, I cannot believe that I'm saying Jessica Wilde's name in one of my videos. It has been 13 years since I have seen this queen on my TV, and I cannot tell you how excited I am. She has to be one of my favorite Drag Race personalities of all time because she is so quotable and so funny, sometimes intentionally, but most of the time unintentionally. She kind of has that Tammy Brown quality to her where you never know what's gonna come out of that mouth, but oh my God, is she gonna make you laugh? And as far as what she might be bringing to the competition, she's another wild card in many different ways. But Drag Race back in season 2 was so different from what it is now that I'm not sure how anything she did back then on the show will really compare to what challenges they'll throw at her today. But if anything, I would guess that she'll do well considering the more performance heavy focus that I think modern seasons of Drag Race have. Like, she won the Rocker Girls performance in season 2, which could translate really well into something like the talent show or even a lip sync tournament tournament bracket. But most importantly, she wants to win. Like, you can tell she is absolutely ready to have her moment, and she's not gonna let it slip through her fingers. She lets us know in her entrance look that she comes dressed for the gold. And girl, this is how you make an entrance look. She's in this pale yellow, kind of muted gold chiffon dress with all this drapery and rouging and tulle, and it absolutely is soft and pretty, but also fierce and over the top glamorous. And I love the little details of the flowers adorned on the dress throughout it, and also the detail of that little hair loop coming across her forehead, delicate and princess-like. This look is hot. And in her promo look, we see another side of Jessica Wilde. This is the aesthetic I think that maybe she was more known for back in the day. She's giving us a kind of 80s hairband rocker aesthetic with this big, beautiful, asymmetrical updo that is very RuPaul-esque, actually. And I love how she's not just playing with crystals and beading and sequins, oh my, but is also giving us lots of different pieces and parts to this very opulent and elegant look. She's giving us punk goes pop. This look is hot. And next up, oh wow, it's Jimbo. So she first competed on Drag Race back on Canada's Drag Race Season 1, where she finished 4th and won Snatch Game for her Joan Rivers impression. And then more recently competed on UK versus the World, where she was infamously sent home by Pangina. And I think a lot of what makes Jimbo so special and entertaining is that her drag is first and foremost clownery. And I'm not being shady when I say that. Like, she literally went to clown school and approaches her art from that perspective. And if you missed her on UK versus the World, I recommend you at least go watch their talent show where she is dressed as this ghost character and throwing lunch meat at RuPaul. Iconic. But oh wow, here she is, her 3rd time around, and maybe the 3rd time will be the charm. And for her entrance look, she comes in nothing but a tiny little bikini and her all natural body. And oh wow, I just remembered how much I'm gonna have to be censoring Jimbo's looks with those big giant chesticles that she rocks. Oh, and by the way, it's not that I want to censor drag queen looks in my videos, it's that I literally have to avoid demonetization. Which is a great reminder that if you want to help support my channel, you can do so by joining the Bussy Queen Patreon at patreon.com/BussyQueen. That's my members only website where I give exclusive member benefits to my patron family, like early access to my YouTube videos, access to exclusive videos like reactions to this cast announcement, and access to the Bussy Queen Discord server. And it'll seriously go a long way if you join my Patreon and help support my channel by clicking the link in the description of this video. See you there. But back to Jimbo in her little tiny sequined bikini. So this full body silicone bodysuit that she's wearing here is something that she has been running around in now for at least a year, and I think is a great representation of one of the characters that Jimbo kind of does in her drag. And this look, I think, is a great example of Jimbo both taking her drag seriously but also not seriously at all. This look is hot. And her promo look, I was actually gasping for air when I saw this. This look is absolute perfection. And a great reminder that Jimbo is talented, brilliant,
incredible, amazing,
show-stopping, never the same, totally unique,
completely not ever been done before,
unafraid to reference or not reference, put it in a blender, on it, vomit it,
eat it, give birth to it.
You get the picture. Like, I love this look, both from the artistic perspective with which she approached it and the seriousness of the camp and glamour in this look, but again, also the quality of not being afraid to look a little ugly or a little stupid. Like, she's giving us this giant mouth agape expression here, and she's not focused on trying to look poised and perfect, but rather giving us the most entertaining option and presentation of her drag. To see her on this season. This look is hot. And finally, she's back again. It's LaLa Ri. And the LaLa Ri experience joins us from season 13, where she was crowned not only Miss Congeniality, but won the very first golden boot for her bag look in the bag ball. Truly the gift that keeps on giving, both for her and the fan base. Miss LaLa Ri, I'm so excited to see her on this season. And for LaLa's entrance look, she lets us know she's back to bag these bitches. And she, in this look, is giving us some really dramatic costuming. She's got this crazy eyeglass mask thing going on with fins, I think fins on her gloves, complete with sequining and tassel beads, and this is a really interesting look, I've got to say. Primarily because it makes me ask the question, what is going on here? But also because I think it's a fun fashion moment. It's absolutely hot. And for her promo look, y'all want an All-Stars glow up? Miss LaLa Ri is gonna give it to you. She is giving me the final boss of the Christmas gift wrapping extravaganza. Like, girl, forget the bags. She is buying and gift wrapping the entire store in this gown, and I absolutely love the elegance and opulence of this. I love that silky material, the rouging at the waist, and how she's created so many fun little details for your eyes to travel around and find on the look. And I think really she has an interesting take on her fashion that kind of reminds me of Rich Housewife hits the Met Gala or something. This look is hot. Concerning my final thoughts on this cast, well, if y'all couldn't tell, I'm actually so excited for this season. There is a queen, I think, from almost every season of RuPaul's Drag Race besides like season 1, and it's nostalgic for someone like me who's been watching Drag Race since the early days, and is exciting for someone like me who's also a professional reviewer of RuPaul's Drag Race, because Heidi in Closet, for example, is a super special contestant to me because season 12 was the first season that I ever reviewed on my channel. And now here she is on All Stars, all glowed up 3 years later. The only remaining question mark I really have about this season though is, what are the twists going to be? What is RuPaul gonna throw with the girls? Because last season, All Star 7, All Winners, we had the point system and kept the entire cast the entire season, which overall I liked because we got to see everything that everyone had to offer, and it felt like a full journey. But I don't think we're gonna see a point system again. I have a feeling we're gonna go back to top 2 eliminating the bottom 2. But of course, I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts on this season's cast in the comments down below. So please, please, please let me know. And finally, it's time for Hottest Hots. For entrance looks, I'm gonna give it to Jessica Wild. And for the promo shot, Jimbo. And I also asked my patrons to vote on their hottest hots this week, and for the entrance, they've chosen Jimbo. And in the promo shots, Jimbo. And don't forget, click the link in the description of my video to download the SeatGeek app and get $20 off your first purchase with promo code BussyQueen. And finally, I want to say thanks to you for watching today's video and give a special shout out to Beth Stockton, Alana Friedman, Autumn Thalem, and Ahmad K, who just joined my Patreon at the hot tier, and Ashley Brungart, Daniel Sandez, Dorothy Hall, Felicia, Frankie, Jeffrey Steenberg, Laura Lissette, Louis Arbador, Matthew Burns, Matto, Panda Kitty, Sailor, Steven, Topher, Tyler Hendricks, D, Billy, and Will and Tana, who are all supporting me at the Bussy Queen Collector tier at patreon.com. See you later. Love ya. Bye. And next,